Canadian Brass has been delighting music lovers for the past 43 years.
Fortunate followers of the world's most famous brass group were treated to many Christmas classics Thursday night at the Leeds Center here in Lincoln.
Our Lance Schwartz is in now with the latest edition of Lance's Journal. Lance?
Thanks, guys. The Washington Post proclaims that these are the men who put brass music on the map. Canadian Brass is made up of 5 tremendous brass musicians, each a virtuoso in his own right. And while I don't claim to be a music aficionado, although I did play a pretty mean trombone in 5th grade, I will say that even I can tell a massive difference between a normal musician and Canadian Brass. I get the feeling Charlie Brown would approve of this soundtrack for his Christmas special. Chuck Dellenbach created Canadian Brass back in 1970. Over the past 43 years, many talented musicians have been a part of his group.
Well, as you can imagine, each opportunity to have a new member join the group, it's state-of-the-art. These players are the finest brass players in the world.
Caleb Hudson grew up dreaming of one day playing in this famous quintet.
Every young brass player grows up listening to these albums and aspiring to be in a group such as Canadian Brass. So to actually be a part of it, it's still sinking in.
Caleb and his colleagues love to share their knowledge with up-and-coming musicians. UNL master students got the chance to learn from the best before the concert.
Basically, we do a class in every city that we do a concert. So we hope and we think that we're giving a good perspective for these kids, and it's just great.
Canadian Brass is known for their unique sound and look. It's dressy on top and relaxed on bottom.
It's a lot more comfortable, and it also gives that air of casualness.
This brassy rendition of a holiday classic is bound to make the Grinch's heart grow 3 sizes.
I wouldn't such a win. You're a mean one.
And they can sing too. Over the past 4 decades, Canadian Brass has recorded more than 100 albums. Their latest release is entitled Christmas Time Is Here. And speaking of Christmas, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to join me in a retrospective view of the journal year that was 2013. The Best of Lance's Journal Year in Review will air twice on Christmas Day. The first airing will be at 6:30 a.m. and the second showing will get underway at noon. Check it out, 6:30 a.m. and noon next Wednesday. And wow, how about that Canadian Brass?
How about that note?
I've always had a ton of respect.
I don't know why.
I've always had a ton of respect for people that can play things like the trumpet, because I tried it once and I ended up just blowing raspberries for like 30 seconds. I couldn't make a single note, so huge respect for them. I stuck to the violin. That's what I did.
Those guys
Really
can
good.
play, and they can also play the patriotic music. YouTube that amazing group, Canadian Brass. See what they do with America the Beautiful. It's
They're really
amazing.
good. I was impressed, definitely.
Thank you very much, Lance.
You bet.
We'll update your forecast next.